about Aiyuk and keeping Aiyuk and also what Aiyuk might be worth in a trade, I'd be interested. Do you think that like the Jets would give up their number 10 overall pick? I know that they had offered it with Debo, but I think it was also they wanted a later pick as well. The 49ers did. Do you think that in a trade, Aiyuk would gather as much as Debo did when they were shopping him, or no?
Weren't the Jets like trying to like kind of lowball him? Weren't they giving him like only like their second or their low end first or something like that? It was something
They were
easy.
offering a 10, but they wanted a 49ers second in return. You know what I mean? They wanted it
Oh
like
yeah, they wanted like I think they wanted their second and like maybe even next year's first. I don't know, something like that. And I was like,
fourth
get the
and
hell out
something
of here!
crazy.
You're
Yeah.
tripping. But this time, yeah, if you're getting Aiyuk, it has to be like for your 10. No, that's it. I don't think they do that. I don't see why the Jets would do that. I mean, you know, you get another weapon for Aaron Rodgers, but
Now, what about? Well, I could see why they could do that because the Jets. I mean, we were just talking about Robert Saleh could be freaking fired this year if it doesn't work out with Aaron
so what
Rodgers.
is going to do it to help the 49ers? Like what?
No. I mean, like they might want to give Aaron Rodgers more weapons. I know that they have Garrett Wilson, but take a
Well,
little
yeah,
bit
I
of.
can understand they want to do that, but it's like, okay, you're going to give up your pick, and then, well,
Or the Raiders. The new Raiders coach was the coach of Arizona for when
that
Brandon
makes
Aiyuk
sense.
was on the
I don't know
team.
how the Raiders are going to fit that. How are they going to fit trading a draft
The
pick?
Raiders are crazy, aren't they? The team that gave up like way too many assets for. No, that was the Bears. I was
No,
gonna
that was
say.
the Niners for
Remember
Trey
when?
Lance.
You're right.
No, the Raiders are
Yep.
gonna be in for a quarterback. So how are you gonna get their first round pick when that first round pick's probably gonna use to move up or be drafted for a quarterback? And that, like, yeah, I don't get how he was gonna go to the Raiders. The Raiders are probably gonna have to like do no more than like their second and next year's first. But if you're the 49ers, hell no. Because if you're gonna trade someone that's gonna leave your team immediately, you want this year's first round. You don't want next year's because next year's will probably get worse. The Raiders could probably finish like 19th or something like that. No, I don't see how the Raiders make sense. I don't draft wise, like none of that makes sense. I get the need and the fit, but I see him way more plausible with the Jets because, like you said, it would fit everything. You get another receiver.
The Bears have 2 number 1 picks, so the Bears could use their own like higher pick and then end up trading their like number 9 if for Aiyuk if the 49ers are willing to maybe give them
Caleb
something.
Williams at 1 and then Aiyuk at 9. I can see that a lot too, for sure.
How much what do you think that the 49ers would have to get in return to like really be open to trading Aiyuk? Because I know that they're going to listen to offers, but I'm under the assumption that at least for this year, they're going to be able to keep both Debo and Aiyuk, and then maybe next year they try to move off of Debo. But I imagine that they'll at least look at the offers and shop him because they even did that with Debo. So what do you think it would take? Because the 49ers overvalue their players. I mean, even with Jimmy Garoppolo, they never traded him.
You know what people are forgetting? The Niners literally, I think, admitted that they were fielding offers or listening to them about Aiyuk last year leading up to the draft. Like Lynch pretty much kind of said that. So hell yeah, they're going to listen to that again this year. Now I know it's probably going to be a little harder for you to want to listen to it because like, wow, he just had an all pro year and he wasn't even like our number 1 like focal point for much of the year. So yeah, I think first and foremost, I think he's staying. But second, yeah, if you're looking to trade him, it has to be no less than a first, and it has to be something in a high first, like in the 20. I mean, not under the 20, like top 15, top 18. And then maybe like another package or something like that. Maybe a first and the second, and you give them your third with Aiyuk.
I didn't even think about this. Maybe they feel like they need to trade Aiyuk because if he's a free agent next year and the 49ers aren't planning on keeping him or paying him whatever he could get in free agency, the Cowboys or the Eagles could get him like somewhere in division where at least now they can like. And to me, I'm thinking because people were talking about the Chiefs, which the Chiefs traded away Tyreek Hill. I don't know why they would like then pay Aiyuk, but also if you're the 49ers, I'm thinking how we were talking earlier, where I'm not giving the Chiefs anyone. I don't care if they're not in division. I'm looking farther ahead than just your division. And I'm not trying to play Aiyuk in the freaking Super Bowl with Patrick Mahomes throwing him the ball down the field 10 times in the first half. That is scary to me.
Yeah, stay away from that. It's
But if you
just
could do
hard.
the
Yeah, 'cause if you do
Bears,
the trade, the Chiefs can't give you anything. That's a 30-second pick. Like, what's worth that pick to them? To you, it has to be
I mean,
something
do
worth
they
it.
do
Someone
like a
that
first and a
you have to be
second?
someone that's going to draft that. It's going to be immediate impact starter right from the get. Like, there can't be no debate.
Randy said the Tyreek Hill could have had 2 more Super Bowls if he wasn't greedy. I don't think that was a Tyreek Hill thing. I think the Chiefs didn't want to pay him that much.
Yeah, the Chiefs didn't want to pay him.
Yeah. I could see Aiyuk lifting a Super Bowl with the Chiefs at Levi's
Oh
next year.
God.
Well, I mean, it's
Well,
not
it's in
going to
New
be at
Orleans
Levi's.
next
It's going to
year.
be in New Orleans. But I can also see that, which is why I would not trade him there. But no, I mean, I think the Jets could be a smart option. I was looking at I heard people saying like in order to replace Ayuk, like people were talking about Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley had a bad year. I would not want the 49ers to pick him up.
Half of that was his usage. They kept using him outside strictly. Ridley's more dominant in the slot. So he would be better here, but like, no,
My
it's not gonna be the
sister
same.
has really wonderful things to say. Look how beautiful and nice she is. Wow. I miss you so much, Alana. I'm really sick. I love you. She misses you too. Remember when I used to stream while she was sleeping? You look bald. Wow, she's so
What?
kind. This isn't derail. I think she's talking about me. I look beautiful. Anyway, sorry for really derailing that. Everyone needed you guys to know that my little sister is such a kind, amazing sweetheart who knows so much about football, and that's definitely why she's here. uh, Wide receivers just need to run to a spot, not rocket science. Why can't they catch? I don't know. I disagree. I think that that's one of the main reasons like you don't want to trade away Brandon Aiyuk because he's such a complete receiver where a lot of even good wide receivers around the league don't block in the way that Brandon Aiyuk does. But I don't know.
The best thing I saw was yesterday. I retweeted it. Ted Wynn of The Athletic said, like, if you're gonna keep Deebo Samuel, it's an investment in the system versus if you're gonna keep Brandon Aiyuk, it's an investment in your quarterback. And I'm like, damn, that's
Okay,
the
dude,
best.
that's what I tried to write because I think Haberman
He said that too. When was
he
that?
tried to
He released today?
yeah. I literally listened to it
Oh,
like a couple
okay. I
hours
haven't
ago.
listened to that one yet, but
And
yeah, I
he
saw
said
that
something like
yesterday, and
that.
I
Like
thought,
Ayuk means you believe in your quarterback's ability, where Deebo Samuel means you believe in your
yeah,
system
Ted
more.
Wynn tweeted that yesterday, and I was like, holy crap, yes, because to me, it's like Deebo Samuel wouldn't fit anywhere else. Ayuk could fit everywhere. Yeah, make your quarterback better. And to me, I think you finally have like a decent quarterback, a good quarterback. Keep Ayuk. His game's more sustainable in the long term.
I think I think all this is like a little bit just content creator talk. I assume that they're gonna keep Brandon Aiyuk, but I do agree with you. Like I think they'll field offers. I have a question. This person says I must be thinking about the wrong person. Ayuk to Atlanta for Pitts in a second. Oh, he's talking about the tight end. I was thinking of Michael Pittman, and I was like, that's the Colts. The Colts could draft. They have a draft pick that the 49ers might be, and they already did a trade for Buckner, so they've
That could be a connection.
business for the 49ers before, but I think the 49ers wouldn't do that just because like it would look bad to the
honestly
to
a
the
lot of,
fans.
as much as like there's a lot of like stretched out
I don't think that
annoying.
any of Pitt's production in Atlanta has anything to do with him. I think for some reason Arthur Smith did not use him ever.
If anyone who watched the Falcons knows that that was not a Pitts problem, that was a head coach problem.
Alana, I didn't know that you had a Twitter. I'll follow you in like 4 seconds. I love you. Bye. Sorry. She like blocks me on things. She'll get mad at me. This is my little sister. She'll get mad at me and then she'll like block me and she doesn't tell me. And so then like weeks later, I'll be like on Instagram or something and I'll be like, why don't I follow my sister? And like, because when you block someone and then unblock them, you like aren't following them anymore. And I have to like text her and be like, follow me back, asshole.
You do get annoying on your stories.
You love watching my stories. You guys are both of my close friends.
Yeah. Well,
I agree with, I love this guy who has been so passionate the entire stream. We should not trade Aiyuk. He is a football player. I don't think that they're gonna trade Aiyuk. If you
Look,
had to bet
my
on
last thing
them trading
comment on
Aiyuk,
everything is pretty much just you can entertain and talk about Ayuk being traded because the moment the 49ers traded DeForest Buckner, everything's always on the table, no matter what.
oh.
No matter what. So yeah, you definitely can, especially in this situation, because you're already paying Debo. Can you pay Ayuk too? It's probably gonna make more.
But they can
Um,
pay. They can extend Aiyuk, make him actually cheaper, right? Because don't
he is
they
gonna be
usually do
extended.
that?
It literally, what do you mean? That is an extension. That's what they're gonna do.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you do that, it would make him cheaper.
It would
And
make his
then
hit
next
initially
year,
cheaper,
but
right?
then next year, isn't Debo Samuel easier to move off of? Because the only
I'm not
problem is
sure.
like this year, I think I'm right because I've looked into this. This year, if you cut Debo Samuel before June 1st, his cap hit, it like doesn't make any sense at all to move off of him. But next year, he's way easier to move,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't
you
think he's
keep
gonna get
both of
traded,
them.
but it makes sense to entertain that. All things considered. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it makes sense. We were doing it all year with pretty much Debo, right? Last year or 2 years ago.
I trust we will continue drafting great talent from the draft like in the past. See, I actually feel opposed to this. Like earlier when we were talking about a guy who goes on the other side of Nick Bosa, like whatever happened to Drake Jackson the rest of this year? I know he got injured, but then he just stopped playing. Like they've actually struggled with their most recent draft picks. I know you just wrote an article, another freaking running back bites the dust, third round running back for the 49ers. Once
The
again, tried
Niners
to
on day one
destroy.
and day two are not that good.
Yeah. And do you think with the loss of Adam Peters that gets better or worse? They're drafting this year.
I think it stays the same.
Yeah.
I think it stays the same. You still got the same guys making the same decisions ultimately.
Well, next week we're gonna have. I'm gonna be looking into more of these guys, and we'll have maybe more names for everyone to look at with guys that we're gonna be hoping to target in the draft, and then also in free agency. The reason I didn't talk about a lot of offensive linemen in trade targets because I know when I was talking to my dad, like my dad was like, the only thing that matters is the offensive line. And I was like, I agree, but I just assume that they're going to put like draft assets there, not
Yeah.
trade for a guy in free agency. Do you agree with that? Yeah.
Maybe both. I think what it's gonna be. It's like you resign Feliciano for another cheap deal and you invest draft wise. Go double dip, triple dip for all I care. You need to finally find at least like two more polished starters at right
You even
guard.
want a guy like probably backing up Trent Williams, right? Because when Trent Williams goes, you want to have someone who's been in the system for a little bit.
Yeah, so there's a lot of decisions to make there that they're gonna have to figure out.
Okay. Well, everyone, we're Casey. Hold on really quick. Casey will be going in another tough year. I agree. I think it's only going to get tougher. Unfortunately, I think this was kind of the year for the 49ers to win it all. Like this is I think they're going to have to make some serious moves. I don't think they can just sign all their guys and hope for the best because I think the NFC is going to get a little bit tougher. Maybe not, that much tougher. I still think do you think the 49ers will win their division next year?
Yeah, but like you said, the conference is going to be tougher. Rams should be still a force. Lions are still a force. Eagles
I think
will
the
probably
Rams
be
are going to be
better.
coming up.
Cowboys are still a team. The Packers should probably be better, right? Yeah, it's just there's just some forces to consider.
I was trying to read something. We picked Moody in the third round. Has not been good. I believe this year will be good. Would you get off of Jake Moody and try to bring in a different kicker? No. I heard people talking about that. Yeah.
I hate the offseason so much. Now every year it gets worse. People just say stupid things that make no sense. God, get me out of here. I'm done.
Okay, so we're going to end this chat right now, but I want to tell everyone a story because today I went to Jose's been bullying me into going to the gym. Yesterday I went to the gym, but I went to the gym late. I thought you'd be I did so many I did upper body, like what is it? Chest, tries, and shoulders. And then the next day I did back, but I did too much cardio, so then I didn't have a lot of time, so I only did 2 back exercises, and I felt like that doesn't really count as like an actual workout. But then today, my friend and I went to like it was like a free Pilates class, but ended up being like a sales pitch. Have you ever gone on, like when I was a kid, one time my dad and I went to the Bahamas, but like the whole time we had to go sit and like timeshare things and like listen to them try to sell you stuff. So that's what this freaking bar class ended up being. And it was like free, but you had to have grippy socks. And so I bought these grippy socks. I don't know if you can see them. These were $25. How ridiculous for these socks. And the whole workout class was so dumb. So I thought you would be proud. I'm telling you, even though I'm sick, because even though you say Bill Belichick likes the East Coast, I don't. I got sick because I was walking home in the cold last night. So anyways, I'm going to go to the gym after this. I'm probably not going to do legs because I'm sick and tired, but I'm gonna do back today. And I thought you'd be happy for me. And I thought you would want to know that I